Alex Becker has launched multiple official Becker tokens over on the new playground of crypto where things are getting absolutely crazy, absolutely out of hand. I cannot tell you the amount of money that people are making over here because my last video literally got blacklisted by YouTube for outlandish claims just by showing how much people are making over here. Let's jump straight into a stream season though. This is Alex Becker's token and I'm just going to show you on the screen without me verbalizing. I will say, disclaimer, these results aren't typical, but on pumpfun, crazy things are happening. This is Becker's official token, which only did launch to a $17 million, about a $20 million market cap actually on pumpfun. And he says that do not buy this token. He says if you want to PvP against each other, you can. A lot of people did. Have a look, guys. I'm not going to read these out. I'm just going to show you. These are official, literally how much people made. And you can see the number, how many people have made this amount of money. As I scroll down, again, I want to read these out, but I can't. Have a look. I can go all the way down to 100 people who have made over this much money by following Alex Becker on his pumpfun stream. And of course, there's hundreds more that have been profitable. Now, there's a lot of people who are late to the show who lost that money. It's a player versus player world. For every dollar earned, there's a dollar lost. But there's some crazy opportunities opening up with Alex Becker and with pumpfun. And this is the time of the year or the time of the crypto cycle where everyone's like, all you do is talk about Becker. You're obsessed with Becker. And it's like, guys, there's so much opportunity. Like, I'll talk about Becker all day if I can cash in a day's work this amount of money. And these gains are possible. And I've almost felt like they've occurred overnight because of the way pumpfun has changed what they do. They always did live streams, but now they are offering way higher creator rewards. I'm going to show you exactly what that is in a second, and then how insane the opportunity is and how insane Becker thinks this opportunity is. He thinks it could be the NFTs of this cycle. Literally hundreds of billions of dollars could flow through here, and some people will catch it in their wallets and make off with a crazy profit. It won't be typical results, but neither is growing a billion-dollar business. And so I'll show you on Becker's token exactly why this is revolutionary. Historically, you can see Becker's token once again came in, soared up to a $17 to $19 million market cap, and then crashed down and it's hovering between the 4, now down to 2.8 mil, up to an $8 million market cap. Now, this is an official Becker token because it is on his stream. This is a new way to stream. This is apparently a Kick, a Twitch competitor that is way more profitable for actual people who come on and stream because of one thing. There is a token attached to every single stream, but there are pump rewards, and these are the rewards here. Basically, if your token is between a $345 and a $578,000 market cap, you're getting almost 1% of all transaction volume going in and out of your token. And in Becker's token, he literally had, if we have a look at this, it's 4.5 in the last 24 hours. But I believe the total is about an $80 million worth of volume, which is, again, why you've followed Becker. He can move $80 million on a pumpfun stream into a token that he said not to buy. And therefore, he gets creator rewards. So if you want to see the creator rewards, you go to his profile, you click on coins, and you can see exactly how much he's earned. Almost I'm even hesitant to say this because if I get one more warning from YouTube, I am banned from a week. So make sure you do go follow me on Twitter. But you can read how much he's made, which is a very substantial amount of money, more than most people's yearly salary. And Becker thinks that this technology is going to explode and provide a crazy amount of opportunities for a lot of people, potentially even me and you. He says, I think the stream meta is about to change online content, not just crypto, but all online content. Here is why. I find the streamer meta insanely interesting. It's like NFTs in 2025. And if you guys were around for the NFT craze, I mean, comment below how fun it was. It was a wild, exciting ride where there were literally hundreds of billions of dollars being thrown around in JPEGs. And people saw NFTs go for $400,000 each, and people called the top. Then one sold for $100 million. I think we're about to see the same thing here in the streaming meta, which is pumpfun streams at the moment. We'll probably see streamers making $100 million on their stream by the end of this, which I do agree. And even my brother we were talking about it a bit earlier. He was saying even if pumpfun aren't the ones that are going to implement these really thoughtful changes that Alex Becker thinks will make the meta as amazing as possible, other platforms like Kick could also be the one who aren't the first movers in this, but see how good this business model is working and then jump on board. Becker says, though, he doesn't think it looks like its current form. It's not sustainable. Tokens obviously go up during streams and then slow down because ultimately the streamer cannot maintain the momentum of a coin that does nothing forever. Because yes, there is no utility to the actual token except for, are you gambling it going up? So you want to be early, you want to be on when the stream is on, and when the streamer leaves, literally the token goes down. It's a pretty obvious play that I talked about in the video that got taken down, where if you just buy the token when the streamer gets on and sell before it gets off, on average, I think you'll do extremely well. For long-term healthy value, the coin needs on-platform utility. They need it now. Here's what Pump needs to do, or whoever who will take this space, such as Kick. Though I've been super impressed with Pump's team, I would bet on Pump. A, you need to give the coins utility. The ability to chat if you have a certain number of coins, bolded or colored chats if you have a certain number of coins, access to Discord and after stream chats or bonus content if you have a certain number of coins. For example, if you have $50 worth of the streaming season Becker token, you might get access to his private Discord. The ability to burn coins to send a super chat to the streamer, really good idea. Take the supply away by burning and giving them a utility. Gary Vee did this well with his NFT project at one point. Coins burned and used to buy NFT moments from the stream. The ability for the streamer to set up bets where people can bet on what will happen on stream. A very interesting one, and borderline, and depending on jurisdiction, playing with the spiky side of the law. Coins burned to buy ad space on the stream, which I think is a good one, and even pumpfun ad space and people burning their tokens in order to get the pumpfun stream listed higher on pumpfun. This creates full utility for the streamer's coin and a healthy supply demand that increases with more eyes on the streamer's content. Right now, the streaming meta is rewarding the biggest pumps possible, and we will see more people doing aggressive things in order to get this. At the moment, there's 2 people out there pretending to be lamps for literally days on end, and I think they hit $1 million market cap. But these pumps are impossible to sustain because at a certain market cap, say $1 million or a $50 million market cap, people see the gains and they'll cash in and go on to that next stream. The priority is purely on the pump and short-term content at the moment. But if you can give these coins an on-platform utility, just like Discord had a lot of utility back in the NFT craze of 2021, where you'd log in with your NFT, you'd get bonus chats, and you'd get specific badges and colors next to your name so people knew that you were a whale or people knew that you had a rare NFT. And this will push streamers to focus on big long-term content and actually growing an audience. The audience will buy the coin because they're having a chat with a huge streamer has value. The speculators will then be happy as well because the pumps can be sustained, because this is the downside at the moment. What pumpfun fixed is Becker not having to buy his own token and then sell, and everyone see that Becker is sold and it dumps to absolutely zero because the developer does not believe in the token. Because streamers, we're using Becker as an example, now take a cut of the trade volume. There is no need to dump on your audience. However, you're still going to have audience members dumping on each other. He says, honestly, the stream meta has my mind buzzing. Me too. This is why I'm studying this at the moment, because it does seem like the start of something crazy. Just like NFTs, before there was any really good centralized marketplace, people were like, oh, this tech looks really interesting. And then they build the features, they build the marketplaces on top of that. And that's when it explodes and goes mainstream. There is so much potential here, not on the crypto pump yay side, but to change how content is done online and really shift the power from advertisers and platforms to the creators. That is why they're getting paid so high at the moment. Combo it with the NFT tech and utility and exclusive features, we're going to see some really cool things. Now, this is where it gets interesting and specific to Becker. I'm really into the idea of a weekly crypto show and spicing it up with live betting and crazy contests. So Becker, although he streamed 3 times on stream season, I'm going to tell you more about his thoughts on his token in just a second. He thinks that he might even be, whether it's on pumpfun or something else, doing this for the long term. So I'm going to be pushing what platform will hear me on these things so we can get an exclusive contract or a deal. And he has been working with Elon, who is the co-founder of Pump, which I'll show also in just a second. The current meta rewards short-term content and launching a new coin in every stream. This rewards the creator and the speculator. It does not reward the average content viewer or incentivize building a long-term channel like Twitch or YouTube. If we flip that around, we can have something really special. special, of which Confused Little Bro, funny name, says it's already over. And Becker replied, people said similar stuff about NFTs. They said it was already over when NBA moments were selling for like 30 grand and punks were at 15 grand. Then punks ran to $500,000 and apes $450,000 with $200,000 airdrops, and crypto has a pattern of going way further than people expect. Now, because Becker is a 9-figure entrepreneur and has launched some pretty awesome companies, he's also got a great network. He's working directly with Elon, the co-founder of pumpfun, to work out the mass traffic kinks that he saw on his stream. I'll be going live again on Saturday on pumpfun for our next show under the same token streaming season. There will be games and chaos, hence as we get closer to his meme coin, because this is not replacing his meme coin. A merry stream season to you. And now here's his official take on if you should buy his token. Dax says, do you think the coin can regain the highs of 17 mil market cap? Becker says, the coin price is not my priority. If you want to play versus player, gamble on it, go for it. I'm going to make awesome content that gets eyes, bet as you will, because he doesn't need it to go up because he doesn't make money if it goes up. But he has committed. He says, my goal is to have fun making content, and if you want to gamble, enjoy. I do promise, this is a big capitalized promise right here, I'm not launching another pump coin. So he's making sure that people aren't waiting for his next pump coin. I'll be streaming under stream season. I will not make another that counteracts stream season. So he does actually want to see more volume in stream season and have people be confident that it is his only coin. Also, if we do go to his profile, you can actually see that it's not his only coin. He first set up a test token, test 1234, with a little dancing bear, which funny enough, this was before he set his official stream season coin. He was just obviously testing pumpfun and how it works. And he came in and was actually talking in here and everyone thought this wasn't him. He says, this isn't the coin. This is just a test coin, but it did actually hit $1 million market cap, which is pretty hilarious. I bought $12 of his own token at a $7,000 market cap. Of course, he hasn't sold that, but I think he was just testing the functionality, and it's now flatlined to a $23,000 market cap. I don't think he's going to want to promote that at all, but it's just interesting that there is actually a second token out there. And so what are my thoughts on the actual streaming season token? Well, this thing pumps so high on the speculation that Becker was coming onto the live stream. I believe it actually hit all-time high before his live stream was set up and working because he had a lot of technical difficulties. And then since crashed all the way down to 4 mil and has hovered around here. He's not incentivized to make this thing go crazy, but he is incentivized to have more trade volume. And I think he personally would like to see a lot of trade volume. There is not a crazy amount of supply in the hands of any one person, which is actually pretty good because I think all the snipers and people who bought most of the supply have sold it, which we went through at the start of the video. And so it's kind of interesting because at least for me at the moment, I'm not that educated on pumpfun and their live streams at the moment. But what I am seeing is that people are anticipating something in the future, the token will go up. When they're not on stream, the token tends to trend down. It'd be really awesome if you could just short it every time somebody ends their stream. And so I know Becker will be back on pumpfun, but I don't know if that will reflect in the price. What I'm personally doing is I'm just going to watch it, see if I can buy it at its low, maybe a 1.5, 1.2 mil market cap. Hopefully he abandons it for, say, 3 or 4 days. Everyone forgets about it, takes their money out. I can scoop some up off the lows, and then he comes back on, get an easy 2 to 3x, in my opinion. And in the meantime, what I want to do is be trading his other tokens. So this is Robora. We made a video about Robora, the new robotics play that Alex Becker is in, Crypto Zach LA was in since a 2.6 mil market cap. And our inner circle found Robora at a $3 million market cap and sent it out to through our premium newsfeed to all of our subscribers. Literally hit a $20 million market cap where we sent that alert out at a 3 mil market cap. Again, we track people like Alex Becker's wallets. We have over 40 wallets, so we can see exactly what he's doing on the blockchain and not waiting for him to inform everyone, and the price is already pumped. And we caught Alex Becker partnering with OpenVPP way back down here at about a $30 million market cap. Even a little bit more than that, maybe a $35 million market cap, a 6.1x to its all-time high. This thing is running. This thing looks like the next Pinlink and is going absolutely crazy. And so if you like copy trading Alex Becker and you want to get information before the mainstream, before everyone else, and before the tokens pump, check out the link in the description below. Come and join us in the inner circle. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.